Hey everybody, it's Rocky again. So I did a short the other day saying that I had these packets here. So I opened them up. This is the best of the best of what I got out of there. And yeah, we'll talk about it. These are, what were they? They were 60 proof sets, also proof sets, 62, 63, 61, and 64s. Had a lot of 64s. Got real excited about accented hair half dollars, but after looking closer and closer, I think that I don't have any, unfortunately. All right, starting things off here, we got this 1961 proof. It is not an exceptionally expensive coin. However, my grading on it is a 61. And the reason for that is, I mean, just looking at it, you think, wow, that's a really nice coin. But when you see the light hit it at certain angles, you can see those extremely fine lines in them. And I've got several of these proofs, and the really nice ones don't have any of those lines. So that would probably keep me out of the 68 range. I'm gonna call it an MS67, and that is a $52 coin. Unfortunately, not worth sending in, but I like to get my grades in hand, and then I can have a lot better idea of how they're gonna grade some of these. But yeah, unless I get a deal or something, probably not gonna be able to send this one in and get a, it's not gonna be worth it. Getting a 52 bucks for a coin that cost me, $38 to grade isn't quite worth it. It's a shame too, but this is one of the nicest ones. Well, stick around till the end of the video for the nicest ones, but of all of the coins, looking at them in the packets, this was the nicest. One of the nicest. You know what I mean. And I'll apologize that the audio on this section is not going to line up with the next rest of the video because for some reason it cut off this first one, so I had to redo it. At any rate, enjoy the rest. Here we have another 61 Franklin. I'm grading this personally as a 67 as well. You can see some of those light scratches again. I mean, they're still really, really nice coins, and I don't know if I would send them in to get graded. There are sometimes specials and discounts, and I get a few freebies every year. I would love to get them graded because I feel bad to have taken them out of the cellophane to get a closer look at them, and then when they're not really worth getting encapsulated, I worry over time, if they're not encapsulated, they're gonna deteriorate. Other people, when I'm long dead, other people will be grabbing at them and doing things to them, and I just don't want them to deteriorate further because they are really beautiful coins. But quality-wise, it is some of the nicer coins I found in those packs, but there are still some slight imperfections, and this one does look better than the other one. I'm not sure if I should grade this to a 67 plus or downgrade the other one. But if I'm right and it's a 67, it's another $52 coin. Here's another Kennedy, 64. You can see right away those super fine lines on his cheek and in the fields in front of his face. And honestly, I didn't see it until I get it on the camera. It looks like there's some wear on his cheek. So this may not even, I was gonna grade this a 67. This may not even be, maybe it's a 66 plus, 66. I'm not sure, but even at a 67, it's only a $42 coin. I think one of the reasons I put it at 67 was because the back was so nice. I mean, the back is really, really, really nice. Almost perfect. Unfortunately, the face is not. And again, with the hair, I don't know. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. I'm just going to call it the normal hair. But if it was accented hair at a 67, it'd be $175. But without accented hair, it's only 42 bucks. All right, so here we're getting into a little bit nicer coins. This one is a 64 Kennedy proof. And I know you can possibly see some little things here and there. A lot of times the imperfections that you guys see on my coins are the toning. So this one here, you can see a slight line here, but that's actually toning. It probably was sitting funny or something. There's a little speck right there. Again, that's toning. You'd probably laugh at me calling it a line from toning, but when they're in that cellophane, if they lean against something for a while, you will get just straight lines of toning. I've seen it many times. But again, don't know about the accented hair. Honestly, when I first pulled these out, you'll laugh at me. You know, I got where I'm from, when you go deer hunting and you see a big buck, they call it buck fever, and you can't shoot straight. And I guess I get coin fever when I see some of these really nice coins and you start looking at what they're worth and you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But just got to kind of step back. I'll try to calm myself, put what I think's a decent one on it, but you just get, you know, you're blind to any imperfections. You just get too excited. So I came back and looked at these before I did the video. I actually pulled these out several days ago and was looking at them, and I write down my notes on the packs, on the flip packs, and so I can do a video for you later and remember what I was thinking. But I came back and it took away, I had them all marked as accented hair. I got very excited, and then I was looking at it really close today, and like I said, I honestly can't tell. In the right lighting, it looks accented. In the wrong lighting, it doesn't. So my luck would usually say, and also the fact that they're rare, I mean, that I didn't get 6 of these Kennedys that were accented hair. So, but I'll say he did put them down and do a very nice job of storing these, because you can tell these haven't banged around inside the cellophane much. This is probably a one owner thing, and I just bought the whole bundle. Every single one of his packs were beautiful. So anyway, I'll shut up about this coin. In my opinion, it's a MS68, and again, without accented hair, it's only a $75 coin. If it's accented hair, it's $425. So you can see why I was getting excited. Here we have another 61 Franklin $half. You know, this one, you can tell if you really compare them to the other ones in my video that the quality is just a little bit better. So this one, I'm calling a 68. It's pretty nice. I mean, you can see some of those extremely fine lines in it, but I'm telling you, with the loop, I don't know. I'm no grader. These are just my own personal opinions. And I base a lot of it off of the pictures from PCGS, and you can't get all the details that they've seen in person when you're looking at it on a picture on PCGS or even in my videos here. You know, this isn't the highest quality. I mean, I got a great camera on my phone, but there is still, you can't grasp all of it. You know, I do my best to show you, but the back here you can tell is exceptionally nice. But again, I don't think it would probably get better than a 68, so that's a $90 coin there. Here's a 1964 Kennedy. Now you look at this one, and again, you're not seeing those lines too much in the fields. You know, he's just, again, really beautiful coin. Again, about the accented hair, I just don't know. And I've gone over these things very closely with my loop in different angles, different lighting. I even looked along the reeded edge. It's just a shame that it's so hard to get those higher grades, because I really want to send these in to get graded. But I just feel they're never quite what you expect. I mean, so what I tend to do when I grade them myself is I actually, you know, because I get that coin fever, I think, man, that's a 69. And then on the packet, I write 68 just because it's so hard to get those 69s, virtually impossible to get 70s. But, and I know they're, you know, not perfect. I got a coin coming up here where I honestly, I don't see a single thing wrong with it, but I'm still calling it, you know, I'm not calling it a 70. Fingers crossed though, it'd be awesome. So anyway, I got this graded as a 68, and without the accented hair, it's $75. With the accented hair, it would be $425. So here's the last of what I consider to be my 68s. You can see here a lot of the fine lines in the fields. And I honestly feel bad when I get these on the video. Things pop out more than they do in person. But again, the back is just extremely nice. But again, 64, MS68, in my opinion, $75 coin. And of all the 64 Kennedys, I think this is the cream of the crop. This sucker is a very, very nice coin. I am going to call it a 68. And I realize I just said that was the end of my 68s. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. This is the end of my 68s. This thing, so, okay. The fields and devices on the front, I couldn't really find any issues. On the back, this is what would probably, if it, hopefully it doesn't knock it down enough, too bad, but on the shield there are some imperfections, and I honestly don't know. One of them looks like it's a scuff, and you can barely even see it in this, but one of them looks like it's a scuff. The other looks like it could actually be part of the die. I'm not sure, but I am gonna send this one in. I've got it graded as a 68, and that's $120 because I think it's cameo, and in my lighting you can't really see it, but out of everything, all the ones that I've seen, I think that's gonna be the closest thing I can get to a cameo, or the closest thing I have to a cameo, and I want to know if it's gonna be rated as cameo or not. So I'm hoping it's a cameo MS68, which would be $120. I am going to do a rush on this express. It's going to be $65 plus shipping and all that, because I want to know if that's good enough to be called cameo, and I also want to know quality wise where it sits, and I want to know if any of these are accented hair. Got a feeling they're not, but if they are, I'll be sending in the rest of them, because that immediately makes it worth sending all of them in. Some of the others may get sent in later, at a later time on some deals. Sometimes you can get down to, you know, $20 to send one in, or the teens. They have quarterly specials, so hopefully something comes up where I can send in a bunch of them and get a better price. But yeah, this one, hopefully we'll know within a month what this comes back as, and I will do a video on it. Here we got a 57 Franklin. It has some toning on it there. You know, it's kind of the beginning of rainbow toning, but it is a very nice coin. Again, all these little marks here, that's just toning. That's the beginning of toning. It's not the most attractive toning. It's not, you know, some beautiful rainbow tone or anything. You know, it probably needs another 20 years of sitting in a package to really spread and look really pretty. But I really couldn't find any errors on this. You know, you hope that it's a 70, but you know it's not at the same time. It's really nice coin. I don't see light scratches in the background. Now the toning can hide some of that stuff too, and it actually is a benefit when sending it in for grading. A lot of time tone coins end up getting nicer grades because you can't see the little imperfections. But any marks you see on this thing, it's all toning. This is an extremely nice coin. I'm calling it a 68 plus. just because I know it's not going to be a 70 and 69 is really hard. So I was kind of thinking it'd be a 68, but you know, you can compare it to the previous ones and it's better than that. And you look at the pictures on PCGS and it's better than their 68s. So I'm not going to get my hopes up for a 69. I know I'm not that lucky, so I am going to try to get that 68 plus though. And as is, 1957 Franklin with MS68 plus would be a $325 coin. Here we have a 1957 quarter. And just like the half dollar, I literally cannot find anything wrong with this coin. Actually, no, I remember now. There was ever so small of a mark on his chest, and what you're seeing there is not it. It was tiny, tiny, tiny. But that was literally the only problem I could find with this coin. Again, it doesn't look real pretty in the video, but it's because of the toning. That is not dirt, it's not scratches, it's not scuff marks, it is the beginnings of toning. So some of these people on here get outraged. They get so emotional at my grading. I'm not a professional. These are my guesses. I'm not saying this is absolutely what they are. That's why I send them in to get graded. It's my best guess, and sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not. I'm just showing you my coins and my guesses of their grades. I'm not trying to sell nothing. This is just for fun for me. So everybody can just, you know, calm down a little bit. I got some dirt under my fingernail, I see there. So anyway, this is a beautiful, beautiful coin. 1957. I'm calling it a 68 plus, which sadly is only a $65 coin. But these last three coins I've showed you, this is the last one. I am gonna, even though 65 is breaking even for me, but I want to know, I just want to know if they agree with me or not, price-wise. So I actually knocked this down. I did have it listed as a 69, and I found that spec on his chest, so I dropped it down to 68 plus. Had it been a 69, it'd be 110. As a 68 plus, it's only 65 bucks. But you know, I want to know. I love getting them in my hand, some graded examples, and a lot of these 50s, 60s, more modern coins, I don't have many examples, so I'm going completely based off the pictures off of PCGS, and I just want to know what they grade them as. And then once I have them in my hand, then I can compare it to all these other coins I have and see if it's worth, you know, sending in. And the sad thing too is so much of grading is subjective. I mean, that's why a lot of times people say, oh, well, you could crack it out and send it in again and try again. But man, I'm not gonna keep spending the kind of money I've been spending on PCGS to go over and over and over again. But this coin's just too beautiful to not get encapsulated. I mean, 1957, that's 65 years ago. I mean, if I don't, now that it's out of the cellophane, if I don't get it encapsulated, it's just, what a waste. So get it encapsulated, and maybe when my kids are my age, it'll be worth a lot of money. So anyway, guys, again, let me know what you think of my grades. If you don't like it, let me know in a nice way. You don't have to be jerks about it. It's really kind of dumb and unnecessary, and if you're a jerk about it, I'm gonna be a jerk back, so don't get offended. But yeah, if you like my content, please subscribe and smash that like button, as they like to say. I'll see you on the next one.